Good morning. If it's not apparent immediately, I am sick, and yeah. That's not really. There's nothing else to my sentence. I'm just really sick. Got a bit of a cough, a bit of a sniffle, even a slight sniffle. I've had enough caffeine to put down a horse, and I don't know, man. I don't know. Why does it say I'm offline? Uh-oh. Why does it say I'm offline? They got me. I don't know. I'm back. Okay. I hope that's not a internet thing. We're to take a second. Today's going to be a slow day. Why is the reminder so low, man? We're to take a little while. This will be super, super chill. Incredibly chill. The most chill. I have been. Hang on. I'm making tea while we're talking. I have been working yesterday, which is not have been, it was just yesterday. I worked yesterday on a card game that I've been building for a while and stopped working on for a while, and I started working on it again, and it's going along pretty good. I finished the rules for the third version, the third iteration of that game, and I should be releasing it to beta testers, alpha testers, I don't know, some point soon, like a print and play copy. You can't be a part of that because you are. I do this stuff under like my actual name, so I don't want to. I don't want to put that out. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. I'm so tired. Let me see. What can I do about this reminders? Because this is really peeing me out. You know, it's really fucking me up. Has it been a minute? Yeah, it's been 5 minutes. I can say fuck and I can say shit again. Let's go. Filters. Minder. How do I make this not visible? I just click this button. And then I should be able to click the reminders. And this is super epic, so we need the hype music. Hell yeah. I mean, I need to go through and redo my overlay entirely again. They should be animated. I don't know why I didn't just animate it. It should, if it were animated, I could just put it in frame and I'd never have to worry about it. And I don't know why I did it like this. I know I did it like this because OBS, but like the bottom just kind of looks like piss jello, which I don't appreciate. It should and I don't know how to make soup and not look like piss. How does that work? I don't know. Snack, did you want to talk? Is now the perfect... Here, come here. Yeah. Come here, buddy. He's so talkative because he's horribly scarred from me being away for 2 weeks. I got back and he was like, "You're never going to hear the end of this, asshole." Oh, but he's a good boy. Yeah. My Snack, you good? Okay. Yes, he appreciates this because he's not biting me, which is the first step to cooperation. Yeah. I wish you could see Snack so bad. I gotta put up Snack videos of my cat. Snack is my cat, by the way. I don't know if that's not like a proper name for a cat normally. But if you type exclamation point snack in stream chat, it'll take you to a website of my cat and pictures and stuff, and he's a pretty cool dude. Or you can go to my Instagram, where Snack the cat makes an appearance every now and again. He's pretty chill. I gotta pet him so he doesn't yell at me. We gotta wait for him to be sick of being pet, and then we can start. But that'll never happen, because I just got off work, which is the 8 hours I spent ignoring him. And now I get to go do more stuff that's not playing with you. Man, I wish that there were 3 of me. I wish there were like 5 of me. I need someone to manage all of the housework and all of the caretaking social stuff. And then I need someone needs to relax. I need to do a Dr. Vegapunk from One Piece. Someone's got to do all of the like 9 to 5 career stuff and manage my LinkedIn and all that shit. And then someone's got to sit here and stream. Okay, Snack, you're getting hair everywhere, dude. Here, I'm gonna brush my cat. This is very entertaining because the music is loud and exciting. All right, Snack, you chilling? Are you chilling, Snack? Yeah, you're chilling. Oh my, there's hair literally everywhere. Snack, you're really fucking my shit up right now, dude. Okay, can you get down now, or you're just too happy? He's not moving. Now he's just licking my hand out of... He's not very productive, mister. This isn't productive at all. Oh my gosh. He's nuzzling the microphone. That's very cute. Okay, are you good? Come on. There you go. That was nice. I needed that. What was I doing? I'm building a city. Oh, I should probably talk about what we're doing today. I am... Hang on. I am building a fantasy city a fantasy village for my fantasy role-playing game. Not my fantasy, for D&D. I did say that in the title. Yeah. We're doing some fantasy world building stuff for Rolskur, which is the next city the party's going to, and I need to do that. It's right. Look, it's right here. Let me nope, boop. City. Although I've got an updated copy here. City. Start free trial. Eat my ass. Can't do that. But I should update you first, if I can do a little update on the last thing I did. The last thing I did was I built out all of the stat blocks for these enemies. I'm not going to show you them in full because they're published material from Wizards of the Coast. I don't think they'd appreciate me publishing their content. You're not allowed. But I can show you this one. Look at this. Wow, Orc Patrol Captain. Oh shit, that still says bandit. Fuck. Hang on. Nope, you didn't see that. That's definitely not just a bandit. It's definitely not just a bandit that I called an orc. The orc. Why is this so small? Be larger. Orc. I should do a find and replace when I do stuff like this. And I don't instead. You want to see something cool? I probably short this, but I've got a pocket watch. I don't know if you can hear it. There's like a noise gate. Probably won't work. That's probably fine. What else? Rolskur. I went through and I added a bunch of characters to everything. A bunch of new characters. So kind of made the Thorntons a family that's around here. We've got Cassidy Thornton. We've got Stephen Thornton and Halzard Thornton. Cassidy is the wife of Stefan. Halzard is the son of them both, and Halia is Stefan's wife. No, sister. Whoops. I should not get that mixed up in this session. That'll be strange. We've also got Bill Gosla. Gosla is another name of a different family that's in the Outer Isles, which I can show you the map. Hang on, let me see if I can find the map. The map, the map, the map, the map, the map. Do I have the map? Where the hell is the map? It's gotta be in here. There we go. If we look at the Grand Plateau, you can see we've got all of these places, but the Outer Isles is one important to one of the characters. The only character who's from this region, so I'm making sure to include quite a few references to the place where they are supposedly from. And the Gosla family is one of them. The people in the Outer Isles tend to move a lot. They tend to spread out and take their ideals and technology with them. The Outer Isles is where all the firearms are from in this setting. Which will be pretty cool, because firearms are not very common in D&D, even though they're in the book, so you can have them. And I borrowed Mystic Arts Dadi his firearm rules because I think they're pretty sweet. We've also got a short description of the graveyard, and then I came up with a funny name, which is Tom Dehan, but his they call him Run because he runs the inn. So that very extremely creative. I definitely was not like sick at 4 in the morning writing that. Oh my gosh. Okay. So what I need to do today is come up with anything else they might need. There's something I just realized the city needs a tanner. Or maybe someone else could do the tanning. Who tans shit? Maybe like the fishery, because they're not always fishing, right? Or maybe there's like a tanner outside the port office. I don't know, man. They're gonna ask me about shit, and I'm just gonna have to come up with something on the day, which is fine. There's too many moving pieces of a city. And then a big thing that I added is I completely reworked. I didn't rework. I just really enhanced the lore of Clausen. So Clausen has a big backstory now. I decided to make Clausen the co-owner of a train line. Or not a train line, a train experience called the Death Breath Express, which is a tongue twister that I thought was going to be funny and is just turned into a pain in the ass. This Death Breath Express is going to be key to a different campaign, and I wanted to build up the lore a little bit. So they're going to find him early on in his career, and maybe he'll progress while they're playing the campaign. We'll get to see some of that. But he is currently in Rolskur, biding his time, building up funds so that developing new technology as well, so that he and his business partner Thessel Gamond can set out for this new business venture. Oh, Snack, what are you doing? You just attacked my shoe. Hey, jackass, go over there. He has been slowly moving everything that he owns under my desk. Like his cat bed is moving under my desk. He's got like a weird cat tunnel that's been migrating down there, and I think it's adorable. But also I'm trying to do something. Okay. So that is cool. We've got some new NPCs that I need to work out some like the most basic of lore for. I'm just gonna copy over basically Pop-Ip's all of his shit because he is a fairly generic commoner type, but I just bumped up his wisdom and intelligence because he's meant to be like a historian researcher guy. So first is Hauser Thornton. I'm also adding some notes up here to the top just to make my life a little bit easier. This guy, he's going to be a medium humanoid. I'm going to bump his strength up to 12 because he's a blacksmith apprentice. The rest of him will be at 10s. That's fine. He has a short sword. I should give him like a hammer of some sort thematically. I think that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, light hammer. Or like a war pick, maybe. I don't know. A light hammer's fine. Light the hammer. Melee weapon attack, reach is 5 feet or 20-60 feet. Oh. One target, the hit is 1d4. It's bludgeoning, so it's plus strength. Or he'll just use his strength, right? 1d4 plus, this should also be 1d8, which gives him an average HP of 4. 1d4 plus 1. Which the average of that is 2 plus 1 is 3. Cool. Description. Oh wait, hang on. I probably need to change his lawful good. Lawful good's fine. Also, he does not speak Draconic. He probably only speaks Common. Oh, I took myself out of editing mode. Excuse me, by the way. I'm really going through it. Okay. Halzard. What's Halzard like? He would be similar to his father, I believe. He's taken up the family craft as a blacksmith. I'm imagining him to be the sort of student that would do as he seems kind of by the book, do what everyone before him did, sort of thing, you know? There is so much cat hair everywhere. It's like it's a sheet on my desk. Hang on, I'm gonna make some tea. Dropped it. So what kind of temperament does that give? I guess he'd be pretty quiet in this case. Right? I'm imagining a quiet guy. Yeah, taking over the family blacksmithing business. The kind of guy who's got his goals set, like, right in front of him, and he knows what he's chasing. And he knows he'll get it, because there's no competition. What else? What else? Hmm. Hmm. What else? Snack, come here. Come here, bud. Come on. Come over here. I know you can do it. No, you want to sit there and just yell at me? You go like sit in the window or something. It's open. Nah, he's really not interested in doing anything but yelling at me. Sure. He said on taking the blacksmithing business. I don't care beyond this. At some point, I could write 100 NPCs for this tiny little village. At some point, there's got to be enough. Anything beyond what we've got here is just too much. Just too much. Not something I can manage. Snack. Stop it. Yes, stop it. Okay, physical description. I don't know. I'm at the point in the process here where I am just kind of out of it. Cause like, look, we've got Stefan, right? We're to take this exact stat block, and we're gonna take all this stuff, and we're gonna copy it, and we're gonna paste it into Stefan, and his stat block is going to be the same. Cause I don't need to change it, right? His CR is 0, 10 XP, a whole 10 XP, by the way. I don't know if this is noted anywhere, but grass is technically a living plant creature, right? And therefore, because it's so simple, must have a challenge of 0. So if you just cut the lawn, you just cut the lawn and you'd be like right as rain. I can't help but feel like maybe a farmer, a groundskeeper might have really high XP, you know? Like they should level up quick. Um okay. Okay, what is Stefan? Who is Stefan? I feel like Stefan, despite being a blacksmith, is a little bit of a weak guy, you know? Um, despite the the stereotype, painting all blacksmiths as tough guys. Snack? You know, it's very funny when cats make the same sounds that old ladies make. And my cat's just done that. He made the kind of like, ooh, kind of old lady sound in response to being the ever so slightly frightened by some squirrel or goose or some such outside the window. And I don't know what in evolution, what in nature compels cats to make old lady noises, but like, why? I don't get it. Um, okay. Despite the stereotype of blacksmiths, tough guys. Stefan is a mild mannered, kind fellow. Yeah, I mean he's just kind of chill. I'm cool with that. That's perfectly all right. Physically, Stefan. I'm imagining Stefan being a the Nordic Scandinavian persuasion, by which I mean uh blonde. I don't know if I've never. Well, I guess I have been to the the northern areas of Europe now, but I didn't meet any Scandinavian or Nordic people. I don't. Is Amsterdam in Scandinavia? Hang on. Nope, not that. Is Amsterdam in? No, I know it's in the Netherlands. Is it in the Netherlands or Holland? Brother, you need to look at a map. In Scandinavia. No, it's not. Amsterdam is in the Netherlands, part of the Bellenlo region. Is that how you pronounce that? Scandinavia comprises Denmark, Norway, and Sweden, the Nordic countries, which include Scandinavia. Include Finland and Iceland. So the Netherlands is not part of. So Scandinavia is North Germanic? Oh, then I guess I've never seen a Scandinavian in person. Certainly not in their own territory, you know? I think that's how that works, right? You have to see them to see them at home. Um I feel like we're right on the line of shit you can say. Uh okay, hang on. R slash the Netherlands. Great. R slash Netherlands. Jeez, I can't read. Okay. How different is Netherlands from Nordic countries? The Netherlands, the Dutch are open and warm. Well, that's good. That's cool. Netherlands, though I've only spent a total of 2 hours in your country in an airport, which is, I'm sure, completely representative of the totality of your culture and heritage, I have to say, I thought it was fine. I also thought that your customs line was a pain in the ass. So if we could work on that, if we could work on that next time, I'd appreciate it, buddy. Thank you, thank you. See, Americans always get the reputation of being an asshole to everyone because we speak our mind. We don't hide things from people. Um, and now that I've traveled, I am an asshole who travels, which means that I get to talk a lot of shit about everyone I've seen. It is my right, I believe. That's not true. But I'll tell you what, I recently acquired, through perfectly legal means, by the way, a hang on. We're going too deep here. I recently acquired through perfectly legal means a turntable, a record player. And I only own the one record, which is why I needed the turntable, you see. And well, can I share? I guess I can share. This record is of Rob Cantor, the guy who did Shia LaBeouf. If you know that music video, um, the one where Shia LaBeouf is brandishing a knife. Shia LaBeouf, he, you're you're walking in the woods alone, and your phone is dead. And out of the corner of your eye, you spot shot that Rob Can the guy who's singing on stage, not all the other people, the one guy in the middle, who is like the guy in charge. It's also on his YouTube channel, right? He has an album called Not a Trampoline, which has nothing to do with trampolines, surprisingly enough, and accurately enough. And so he put out a vinyl for this album, which is quite a, it's very old. Well, not very old, but it's it's older than some children, right? And so I have a vinyl copy of this album because I really like it, and now I have a turntable, which I think means that the middle class is back, baby. The middle class is here, and I am ready to be a part of it. Because I don't know if you knew this, but records, they used to be the standard. Now they're just fucking expensive. And they're finicky too. I don't have to care about how often or in what manner I play my digital music. No, I can listen to all the jazz music I want on Spotify and YouTube, and I don't have to worry about that shit getting scratched. And this, I like this, but it was $35 for, and that's USD. That, well, carries less weight now, I guess. That 35 USD is for an inferior product. I think in almost every respect, except for, it's got some character to it when it ages, but it's very easily damaged. Like, certainly digital can get corrupted. You can make copies of digital so easily. I feel like if I wanted to make a digital copy of this record, or if I want to make a physical copy of this record, it'd be kind of a pain in the ass. I don't know whittling that good, but I don't think I could whittle a new record. We should get back to it. I feel like this is important. So what's this guy look like? Blonde? Snack! Why are you yelling now? Snack's in. Snack's in. Hey. Maybe I should rant more. Maybe he'll quiet down for longer periods of time. Stefan is blonde. And wears blacksmith stuff. Yippee. Cool. Oh wait, hang on. I've got it. Halzard looks kind of like his dad. Kind of like his mom. This is what the people tune in for. Has anyone ever told you they look kind of like your dad and kind of like your mom? All right, let's grab this. Hey, Snack, can you shut the hell up? Thank you. Cassidy Thornton. Did I change Stefan's name? No, I did not. Stefan. Snackson, hey buddy, can you do me the biggest favor and absolutely quiet the hell down? Thank you. Now she is not. She's a fisherman, right? So she's got to be more dexterous than strong. I don't know much about fishing except for the hundreds of, well, like maybe the 100 times that I've gone fishing. Which to be fair is quite a bit more than you'd expect from someone who doesn't know anything about it. It's all in one ear and out the other, these fish. Probably doesn't have a hammer though. What would she have? Maybe a dagger? A dagger. And you know what a dagger has? Very similar stats to a hammer in this game for some reason. Dagger. Oh, D&D. Snacks in. Hey buddy, quiet down. Piercing. Snacks in, come here. Hang on, I'm getting the range. It's 2060. Oh, it's the same thing. Snack, come here. Hang on. Snackson. No, you don't want to come here now? Yeah, you're a real butthead. He's a real butthead. Why is the proficiency bonus 2 for every enemy? I don't get it. Oh, hang on. I forgot the hit bonus. +1 to hit. Stefan gets a +1 to hit. You know, they should actually be proficient. When you're a fisherman, I don't... Well, actually, she runs the fisher. She's probably proficient with a dagger, because she's butchering the fish. Let's be 100% honest. Maybe Halzard's an apprentice, so he's not as proficient with his instrument just yet, and so he doesn't get the bonus. There we go. That's storytelling through gameplay. Snake is still yelling at me. Cool. What's this song? It's a little bit much. It also sounds very loud. Is it louder than me? You haven't been able to hear the music because my Stream Deck software has not been on. There have been long stretches where I've been sitting with no music, not speaking very much. That's not great, unfortunately. If you were watching at the start of this and you were like, why is he talking about the music? There's no music. I just need a button that opens all my programs. I need a start stream button that actually opens my shit. Looks. Oh wait. Cassidy. What's Cassidy's personality like? Cassidy is... What are the odds they even go to a fishery, right? She could be nice, she could be a little bit mean. No, but we've already got a mean lady. Well, how do fish act? Maybe she'd replicate the fish behavior. Maybe Cassidy, you know what? Cassidy's an alcoholic now. Wait, alcoholic? No. Cassidy's an alcoholic. Sorry to say this, but she's not. Cassie, she's just not doing well. You know what? And because of this, minus 1 to charisma. Not very charismatic. Only barely carries out. Only barely carries out her duties at the fishery before stumbling to the inn/pub. To booze it up. That's the hard and fast truth of it, ladies and gentlemen. Cassidy do be fishing, but you know what they say, beers on the boat don't count. Which is true. Hang on. Just a reminder, everyone, please do not share your Discord or anything in chat. I will have to time you out for that because it is against the rules. So, thank you for understanding. I appreciate it. Okay. What is Cassidy's deal? What does she look like? Is she also blonde? No. No, Cassidy's got black hair. Wears plain clothes. Often filthy, with fish detritus, detritus. I didn't spell it right. And yeah, fish detritus. That's detritus. As a U, okay. That's good to know. Happy for you, fish. Who else is run the inn? What's Run's deal? Run is also going to be a commoner. Tom, Run, D, in. Medium humanoid, lawful good. I'd say so. Well, maybe he's like neutral. What does the innkeeper do? How do they conduct themselves? He's a businessman first. He's trying to get his money out of his patrons, right? This guy's going to be a staple of the town. The players are going to interact with him so often because he's where they are. He needs to be fleshed out. Even if his name is a pun. I'm going to set him to be neutral. AC is fine. His strength can be lower, but he needs to be charismatic. Because he interacts with people so much, and he needs to be at least a little bit wise. Otherwise, he's gonna get scammed constantly. Because why is his passive perception 13? Whose passive perception is 13 when they have a wisdom of 12? Passive perception should be 11 at most. Same for you. Your passive perception is 10, buddy. This is the kind of thing you have to pay attention to when you're a GM, because passive perception comes up almost never, and it's very important to focus on details that never come up. If you're a new DM, don't worry at all about what the players are doing. Just do calculations on passive perception for all of your NPCs. Okay, Run the inn. He probably doesn't have a hammer. He's probably got like a dagger or something behind the counter. He could be like the what is that like flare bartender with the Tonto blade who's like got the ice and everything? He could be a flare bartender, right? Daggers plus 0, the target hit, piercing damage. Cool. I spelled this wrong. Just 1d4, so it's 2. Okay. Rundy Inn needs a personality. Description. Physically, I know what he looks like because I got a free mini from a company whose business card I lost entirely, so I can't shout them out. I'm sorry. But I've got a mini, which I will grab, and we can write this. Okay, prepare for the most mind-boggling description of a barkeep you've ever met. Okay, he's got gray hair. This is how you spell gray, right? It's not an E. E's the guy from that one book. What was having relationship with that woman, right? Woman? I never read the book. I can't read. I've also got like a limited tolerance for smut, I think. You've got, who's texting me? And why is the Google Messages... This is from a fucking wing joint. Why did I want this? I didn't want this. Okay, he's got gray hair. Gray hair, but balding. He's kind of sweaty. Sweaty? Sweaty, yeah. All the time. Because he's working. He's working. He's got to be kind of pale. Pale. With a white shirt. And... white shirt. And a gray, what is the, oh, not overalls, no, not overalls, the, it goes over your chest and your legs. Apron, gray, I spelled it the other way here, gray, apron, right? He's kind of pudgy as well, yeah. Okay, cool. I think that exactly represents what this guy looks like. To a T. Yeah. Cool. Now my one and only barkeeper mini can be well utilized to represent Run DN. Personality-wise, Run is a gruff but likable businessman. He sets fair prices but never compromises on them. As he's calculated. Everything to make consistent and modest profit for his business. What else is Run DN known for? Ooh, he's got hella mutton chops. He's not afraid to jump in on a bar fight after he's called the town guard. Of course. Ooh, look at me spelling guard incorrectly. Good job. I've only spelled that 100 times. And I think as long as I go back to the Rolskur city and I don't find anything surprising, I think I'm gonna call that good on NPCs for now. Too many NPCs. How can I keep these guys all straight? I cannot. Boston, Pop-Up, Sister Gorilla, Haley Thornton, Bill Gosla is not in my NPC list. He is. I just didn't write that. Okay. We got one more. I will copy over Cassidy's business to Bill. Bill. Physical. Bill wears the tan of someone who grew up. Where does Bill work again? Bill works at the lumber mill. In the Outer Isles. Who grew up... Excuse me, everyone. Oh my gosh. Grew up as a sailor in the Outer Isles. His hands show the wear of hard work, hard labor. And his clothes match. His clothes match. Okay. Excuse me, I just got an email for work. I had to look at it. The stuff is changing, you know? And I had to manage that. Personality. What is Bill like? What is Bill like? Bill wants to be left alone. He wants to manage his mill. He wants to manage his mill in peace. Only ever interacts with folks he's doing business with. What is his alignment here? Lawful good? Just say like neutral good. Well, lawful good is fine. He's chill. Maybe lawful neutral. You know, Bill. He's definitely going to be on the strength side. Maybe he gets a little bit more strength. He carries an axe. An axe. A great axe or a war axe? Great axe. So he's got a little bit more than everyone else. Plus 5 to hit, right? No, plus 4 to hit. Because 2 from this, 2 from proficiency. Not thrown. Reaches 5 feet. Target. What is the great axe damage? Is that D12? Yeah, D12. One D12 plus 2. And this does slashing, right? And the average of that, so the 6 plus 8. Cool. I think that this is good and great. We've got all of the NPCs done now. Now I need to probably write all descriptions for these, or I could leave descriptions on the day. I think I could leave descriptions on the night. I need to write some description here, but like in terms of like read this when you enter this place, I think I can leave it. And that's not because I'm lazy, it's because I'm busy and I've got stuff to do. I'm gonna play this song is called Steel Frame. Let's see what this is like. I forget. It seems like this is gonna be heavy. Okay. Now. Let's jump back to the session notes that I have. So we've got a bunch of stuff to read, a bunch of old stuff to read, and now we need to go through. It's a little bit much. Why is the intro not? There we go. Okay. Whoa. That's a lot. Okay. This is too much. What is this? No. I don't know. Too much. Too much. We need some chill music. I need to relax. So what actual plans do I have for the next session? Because that's coming up. That'll be probably this Sunday that I need to run this. So we've got this'll end us at the start. They'll travel. Okay. Travel will include. Well, I need to figure out how much travel they have left to do. Let me take a look at a map. Hang on. I have an actual physical map here I'm going to reference because I can't be bothered to pull it up. They're going to go to about here. You can't see what I'm pointing at, but 6, 7. Okay. What is 7 times 6? Do I even know anymore? Do I even know anymore? Of course I know, but I need to look up the answer on my calculator. So... Oh, I typed in the wrong buttons. I managed to glitch my old calculator. It's 42, and I knew that. I'm just... I'm really sick. I'm like a sick dog. You should pity me. You shouldn't think that I'm stupid. So they need to travel 42 miles. So, what is my overland travel rules? Where are those at? They'll be in here somewhere. Mechanics, there we go. Overland travel speed. So it depends on their pace. So at a fast pace, they can clear the... Oh my gosh, the sun's right in my eyes. I can't believe this would happen to me. I can't believe it happened to me. So at a fast pace, it will take them over a day. So they get another long rest in. Wow, we got a bot? Oh, we got 2 bots. Oh my gosh, look at the bots. This is a new thing I've been seeing. I've been seeing we get 1 bot that shows up and it's like, come get viewers at this website. And then we get Nightbot warns them, is like, hey, Fucking cut that shit out. Then we get another bot that comes in right after him just to get his bot ass kicked by Nightbot again, a second time. So yeah, been a lot of bots this stream, just off in my chat view. Great. Anyway, okay, we have at a fast pace. This will take them a day and a half to get to the next encounter. But really, they don't have to go 42 miles, they have to go 48 miles. Okay. So at a fast pace, in days, this will take them 1.5 days. I've also gone back to writing adventures in Loreley. How goes mine? Mine goes well. A lot of this is just session prep, making sure that all my math is correct, because the amount of time that they're taking in what areas matters for this campaign. Also playing a bit more of a crunchy game, so stuff like making sure that towns are filled out properly with NPCs. We got, you know, with really narrative games, you can kind of punch in on like very, very narrow things, and you can kind of be a bit more railroady, and I can't do that here, so I just need to prep a lot. But it's going well. I'm excited. I've been having better luck writing monsters and modules and things. But it certainly takes a lot of time. More time than I think is reasonable. So if they travel 48 miles at a fast pace, an abyssal dweller that eats demons, that's cool. I still haven't done any D&D that's like the Abyss or the Nine Hells or anything yet. I just haven't. I feel like there's so much story to tell in just the woods that like going too deep into otherworldly territory is not something I need to do at all. I mean, we've spent 2 sessions basically walking from one place to another. Has been really fun, so I just don't have the incentive yet. But I'm gonna be running some more chaotic kind of horror stuff when I play the Crooked Moon module here in a few months. To be a certain amount, a group of evil creatures before it becomes hunted by them. Interesting. That's cool. Okay. Pace days. 1.5-ish days. About 1.5 days. Normal is 24, so it's exactly 2 days. Which is 2 rests, right? And then slow will take 2.5 days, let's just say. We'll round. Oh, there we go, there we go. Our travel is interrupted on the 2nd day of travel. Run the... what is this called? It's like century, or like 5th century? Yeah. 5th century patrol. Encounter, which I've already written. I need to write some descriptions for that. And I did change this. It was the 5th Legion patrol, but a legion's like 1,000 men. So I had to change it to century because century is only 80. Or 100 on paper, but in real life, 100 people is difficult to manage, so they made it 80. There's gonna be 5 centuries in total. They will not fight all of them, and I think the final battle is gonna be fun if they fight 80 enemies for a boss battle. So I'm gonna kind of keep it to that. Look like humans or other races wearing porcelain masks. That's cool. I had an idea for something similar I'm gonna run in an OSR game. An OSR horror game. Yeah, that is cool. Okay, travelers run the 5th century patrol encounter. Cool. Travel. Town. Party arrives in Rolskur. So this will be interesting because 2 of the players are from a previous campaign set in Faerun, where a lot of the NPCs are the same. Or not exactly, they have the same name. So I'm gonna see how they manage meeting NPCs with the same name but different different personalities and goals and motives and things. The adventures includes the heroes interacting with one of the masks. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. This cold's really getting me. And this tea is not helping at all. The caffeine. Usually caffeine gets me going, and it's just not, it's not working. I get the feeling I'll have to go sleep at some point, but there's too much work to be done. Greeted? Yeah, greeted. By Colossal, because his building is closest. Imagine the face of the goblin that sees a guy walk out of the shadows in an abandoned town. Opens his head, a mouthful of teeth. Yeah, if I were a goblin, I would, I don't know, how do goblins act? I only know the D&D goblins from Baldur's Gate 3, because I've not run goblins. I will run goblins. I imagine they're just like little shits, you know? Or at least that's my interpretation. I don't know, if I were a goblin and I saw that, I'd probably run away. I'd probably be frightened. But maybe they're so chaotic. Maybe they just go in. Maybe they just figure it out and fight them. Okay, I've got a firm stance now. A hard stance on this. Let's... Hang on. I have a hard stance on what I'd do if I saw a horrible abomination as a goblin that unhinged its whole face to be a maw of razor-sharp teeth, which is that thing is clearly weak on the inside of it. And so I would jump inside of its mouth, and I would tear it in half from the inside of its stomach. Much like insert movie where they do that in a movie, right? Is that in... Do they do that in King Kong? The one with the dinosaurs? Doesn't the one guy go in there with like a grenade? Maybe there's a spoilers. He gets like eaten on purpose. I don't know. I'd fight it inside of it. Because what's it gonna do? Eat you twice? Can't do that. No, can't do that. It's not gonna reach in its own mouth, pull you out. Like it probably doesn't have the capacity. It probably has never fought anyone as smart as me, who knows that when the monster wants to eat you, that's where it's weakest. Life's about embracing the challenge, going with the flow, and slaughtering monsters from inside their bellies. It doesn't have biology? Alright, well, we're fucked then. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do in that scenario. I guess I'd die. If I were a goblin, I would die. I would know in my heart of hearts that there's one way to kill it, and then I'd be wrong and I'd die. I don't know how to turn this song off. I guess I'll just let the Star Tropics song play. Star Tropics has this really great song, and then the rest of the music is kind of repetitive and boring. I'll be 100% honest. I don't like the rest of the soundtrack for this game. But sometimes in a field of coal, you get diamonds, right? And that's what we're all about here at So Upsetting, which is finding the 1 in a million properly organized carbon to sparkle in a ring, the most neutral sparkle ever created by geology. What was I doing? Town, yes. So they get greeted by Clausen, who they recognize. To be tourists. Because everyone is. Players looking to trade are directed to Barthen. I put so much thought and work, and thank you for saying that. Feels great to be appreciated. I put a lot of work into my adventures because this is how I relax. I should really be working on other stuff, but I'll save it for when I'm done with this. And I do it because it's important to my friends. Directed to Barthen. Barthens. Players looking to... This song is very short. I wish that Martin Mullen would make any music that was longer than a minute these days. Could you make some music that's like 3 minutes long, Martin? I'd love it. Thank you. Appreciate you. Let's listen to his other minute-long song. Which is it here? No. It is. It's just 2 minutes, my bad. This is the ondophone song, which is a musical instrument that he invented and then hated for some reason. I love this instrument. I want to make one. I just don't have the shop to build one. I will one day, but not today. Barthen's players looking for work are directed to the mayor's house. Mayor's. Oh my gosh, mayor's house. Wouldn't you believe that typing is my job and I can't freaking do it? Directed to the mayor's house. Players looking to hire workers are directed to the inn. So I think I'm going to do something new. And I'm going to leave the session completely open-ended. This is a sandbox session, except for the first part of it, which is on the rails. So they get a little bit of railroad at the start, because they're traveling along a road, and they already told me they want to do that. And then when they get to the town, I'm leaving the day open. They can go talk to the mayor, and they can get to know the mayor's story. They can go to the inn and go gambling, which is one of the player's favorite pastimes, and he's very good at it. He makes so much money gambling. It'll never turn on him. They can go hire workers for their bastion. They can go trading with Barthen B. Barthen. They can get in a fist fight in the bar, and then we can meet Lenine, the head of the guard. Or they can go buy a fishing pole, which one of the players really wanted, and they get to meet the alcoholic Cassidy Thornton. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited for this. I'm actually pretty excited for the encounter to start. I'm interested to see how the town goes. This might be one of those short sessions. The short sort of... I pressed the wrong button. The short sort of session where we do combat for an hour or half an hour, they go to the town, they do the bare minimum roleplay, and then we play a board game or something afterwards, because I can only prep so much. Or I come up with a dungeon, or they encounter more enemy. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Well, yeah, it'll be fine. I need to write now. Or not right now, but I need to write some text for this. Some text. I like to write a lot of anything I know that's going to be premeditated on my part. I don't want to improvise what I say, because I feel like it lowers the quality of what I'm going to present. So like, if I look at my session 0 or my session 3, this whole recap, I will just read this aloud. And I've written it out and I've thought through it. And then why is this not tabling? Why are you not tabling? Format? Insert table? Why is this not? Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on. Peace. I would totally. Can I not add? Oh, there we go. Do the tangent screen again, but I don't want to change the music because I'm having fun with the Mega Man music. A great soundtrack, by the way. They really knocked it out of the park first try. I don't know how they pulled it off. So where will this put us? This will put us at like the 10th-ish for when they get into town. Sure, because it's the 8th currently. Oh, wait, there's one more thing. So players asking about the ruins are directed to Poppins. Is his name Poppin? Popip? I think it's Popip, right? People, NPCs, minor NPCs, come on. Popip, yeah. Alright. I need to write. What music do I have? Or I could just wing it and get good at improvising. I don't know. Excuse me. Actually, there's one bit I don't want to improvise in this. I can improvise the whole start of it. But specifically the start of the second phase of this combat is important to me. Which is where the synaptic echo is, is introduced, I don't want there to be a plot hole. So, plot hole that I identified that could happen early on. Hang on. There's a caffeine-shaped hole in my demeanor that I need to fill. Yay, great. It tastes like cardboard water. So, the Synaptic Echo appears carrying the party's missing bag of holding, right? And I've got a whole description for what this is, but I want to really describe it, right? So let's give me some quotes. Let's give me a space before that so the quotes don't mess everything up. Now the first thing I want to happen with this is the Synaptic Echo can use telekinesis to fling things around, and it's the primary way that these things travel because their movement speed is 5 feet, because they don't have muscles or anything. They're just nerve fiber, right? So they're all nerve fiber, and so the most they can do is kind of hobble. Nerve fiber has like a natural flex to it. I'm imagining it being like fibrous-y, woody, and like the trees can bend a slight bit, right? So I'm imagining like the flex of a tree, of it shifting its weight to one side and kind of lifting up a leg and putting it down. It's moving very, very slowly. But if it needs to travel great distances, you know, it can just telekinesis magic itself, pick itself up and huck it, you know? So the first thing when this appears is I need to describe it to the people who can't see it. It's invisible to... Synaptic Echoes are only visible to those who practice nullification magic. Anyone else would be wholly unable to see them or target them directly with spells or weapons. Okay, this thing has absconded, has picked up and carried off the party's bag of holding. So, what I'm imagining is... Hang on. First, suddenly. Ooh, we can suddenly. Suddenly. So, there needs to be, for this to happen, 2 of the enemies are killed, right? And there's 4 small enemies. One is a kobold rider, which is riding a dragon wormling. One is a kobold warrior, and then 2 goblin minions. I expect these guys to go down first because their HP is so squishy. Suddenly... you watch as a goblin / kobold you know what I've just realized? I've just realized that I should totally bump up the number of kobolds. 2 kobolds, 3 goblins, because this is going to be a 3-way battle of these factions. The Synaptic Echo is going to be trying to kill everyone. These guys are going to try to be killing it, or going to try to kill everyone, and then the players are going to have to kill them both, right? This is the order of things, the natural order in which the world works. Why is this broken? There we go. Okay, wait, maybe I start with the bag of holding first. Okay. You talking to Ripley and Hank, the two players who can't see the echo directly. Oh, arrow keys, come on, don't fail me now. Oh, this is not formatted correctly. Damn it. Notice bag of holding. Silent? How do you spell silent? Silent. Across the battlefield. Carried along by some unseen force. Suddenly, the bag drops to the ground as a goblin / kobold, whichever's around it, is lifted into the air. What does telekinesis do? Pretty sure telekinesis lets you push stuff around. But I need to know what it does mechanically. Okay. I am going to greatly exaggerate the power of this enemy because I think it'll lead to a better experience for the players. It's lifted in the air. And flies off screaming. Over the tree line. Over the tree line. Kobold, not Cobalt. Then I can point out to a specific player, this other player, whose name is Odette. Now I've got the challenge here of how do I run a combat where one player can see an enemy that the other two players can't, and I haven't solved it yet. Because I really do want the other two players to be in the dark unless they're directly communicating. Like, Odette's player should have to communicate where this thing is at all times on her turn. So I need to add a little note for the rules here. There's got to be some rules about this, which is boop. Warning? Rules for the echo. To Hank and Ripley on her turn. So Odette can only share info on where this synaptic echo is at any given time on her turn to avoid the players, just making the combat extremely trivial. This is meant to be a fear-inducing moment. You're fighting a powerful enemy. You see a gray bundle of, oh, hang on, I'm getting a call. Let's take a quick break. Sorry, everyone. Someone needed money from me, so I had to send that money on through the internets. Boy, isn't it great that you can just pay people online? Isn't this? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about. Oh, hang on. Isn't the internet a marvel of engineering that we can just, someone can call you on the phone and say, I need money real bad. I'm hurting for cash. And you owe me money, so can you send me money right now? And I said, I don't want to, but sure. And so I did. And now I feel fulfilled as a citizen of the world that I am making good on paying my debts. As an aside, have y'all noticed that things are expensive? Just an aside. Okay, let's go back to it. Huh? I just played this music. Do I have other music? What's my hype drawer? Okay, let's pull out some of the the socks from the hype drawer and throw them at the computer. You see a gray bundle of nerve fiber. Hobbling slowly across the battlefield. Battlefield. On spindly on wiry inflexible legs. The head of the synaptic echo is a tangle of branch-like fiber crackling with electricity. It's what is the name for, I guess, narrow? The narrow braid of fiber that you'd consider to be its body. Flexes ever so slightly, allowing it to move. When it first appeared, your companions noticed the bag of holding caught up in the fibers on its head. But as it reared up, on its hind legs. Kinetic launch the goblin / kobold. That was blocking its path. Fell to the ground. Ground. Now so I don't know if I should tell her that she's the one who can see it. I think they'll pick up on it fast. Cool, I think that's reasonable. Odette needs to realize that her party members can't see the enemy, and they need to realize that there's something there, and like they need to communicate. Otherwise, they're going to be too scattered, right? I think it should be fun. Cool. I think I'm gonna leave it here. I think we're good. You get their bag of holding back with the dragon parts in it. Is there anything else I need? I think I'm good. I think this session's already in the bag. We're good. Okay. I'm gonna wrap it up here a little bit early. But I am first going to talk about what the plan is for the rest of the week, because it's only Monday. My plan is to get back into working on OpenSheet, my D&D software that I'm building. Along with that, we're going to talk about AI stuff, because that was a big topic of convo in the comment section there. I don't know how far I'm going to make it. There's a lot of moving parts with OpenSheet. I can actually show you. Let me show you something really quick. Let me give you a little preview. The tiniest little preview. Let me open my VS Code. Why did it just open two things? Which prism schema do I need? I need the one I've opened. Okay. I'm going to bite my tongue and not talk about AI stuff yet, but I will show you what I've done. So this is. Wait, why can't I zoom in? What is stopping my zoom? There we go. Okay. This is the code. Ooh, code. This is Prisma. This is how you define database models in JavaScript. This is a specific framework. There are other frameworks. This is what I'm using for this project because I want to learn it. I think it's cool. I think it. You know, let's change up to coding stuff. Hang on. Hang on. Please hold. it turns out this is very, very complicated. Incredibly complicated. Which is why when I did a test trying to generate some of the schema stuff with AI, it did not handle it well. There's just too many moving parts and too much context you need to know. And even having the SRD, it couldn't quite put all of this stuff together in a way that I thought was appropriate. So I went through and I worked on it. And I'm not close to done yet. I mean, there's so much implementation I have to do, which will be very fun. But there's things like enumerations, which are... Enumerations is just matching strings to numbers, because numbers take up less space, right? So if you needed to store the same string over and over again, you could just store the string once and say it's this number, and then you just store the number, because a number takes a byte. It takes more than a byte. But for when you have a small enumeration, like if a list enumeration is small, it takes a byte, which is really, really space efficient. You get a lot of bytes in your storage. Do I have... What else do I have in here? Hang on. Okay, we can listen to the high energy music later. Then you've got your models. Your models define relations in a database, right? Which basically just maps a specific key, which is for like a user, it's your ID, your UID, your unique user ID, right? To a bunch of other data, like your username and your password, and your email, and your this is another UID. This is not used. It might be used at some point in the future, but not now. What role you have, right, and all sorts of other stuff. It also stores, like, you have a list of characters that you've created. How does that work? And then if we look down at characters, holy shit, let's go down to characters really quick, because this is important. We can look at a character, and it stores a user ID, which is the user that made it, and then we can go even further down, where we can see relation, user relation, and the field for user ID in the user is this ID field that we looked at up here. See, it's just a funny sort of magic. And that means that whenever we look at characters, we can always, or whenever we look at users, we can always get their characters. Now, characters have a bunch of funny stuff, like names and species and classes and subclasses and backgrounds and levels and HP and max HP and temp HP and AC and hit dice and all sorts of funny stuff. And how much gold and silver and electrum and copper and platinum you have, and your how you're described, and your alignment and your size. All this stuff needs to be taken into account. And all of these, right? All of these are, in their own special way, another model. So you've got an inventory which is full of strings. It won't be. It'll be full of a lot of stuff. It'll be full. You'll have a full inventory. But inside your inventory typically goes items. Items are like this. Items have a name and a description, a weight and a value, and that value unit, right? So that your item could be worth like 5 gold pieces, or it could be worth like 30 copper pieces or some shit. You need to know if you can equip your item. You know all this stuff because if you play D&D, you probably use D&D Beyond because you're forced to, because really it's the only convenient option at the moment for managing your character sheet. And everyone I've talked to who uses D&D Beyond does not like it, and yet uses it. So my goal with OpenSheet is to give them something that they like to use, that they can customize, that they can run locally, or that they can host as a server for their group. And We should be good. Using only the SRD, which is what we're allowed to use. This is on paper, making a character sheet builder was very simple. And then I can't explain the reason or any like specific info, but it turns out even something as simple as like generating a PDF is really complicated. So that whole system's gonna be complex as hell. There's so much work to do. But I'm very excited. When I'm done, I will have the DnD software that my playgroup wants and that we can use without much issue. That will be probably not perfect, but it will be usable, and it will give me the game that I want to run at my table, and I could even expand this with permission of the people who create these games to other games, like possibly, this is not a promise, this is me speculating wildly and hoping and praying, but games like Daggerheart and Shadow Dark and Merkborg and Pirateborg, which is one of my favorite games, and Forbidden Lands and Star Wars. What is the Star Wars game called? Edge. It's called Edge. And your favorites, Pathfinder. Pathfinder's the other back one. Oh my gosh. So hopefully, I can work more on this. That's what I'll be doing the rest of the week. I also need to get back into Hollow Knight, because folks really want to see more Hollow Knight, and I'm close to beating Pantheon 5. I have made it to... Hang on. I have made it to the 5th boss from the end. I will not share who it is because it's a spoiler. Okay. Do I have anything else to say? I don't think so. I think that's it. I have to go work on my card game now. Which would be cool if I didn't finish all the fun parts a little bit ago, and I have to go do graphic design and tedium for days on this game. I scoff, but I chose this feature. I chose this. Why did chat go away from screen? What happened? I don't know. Okay.